Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel. My name is Angel. Subscribe below if you haven't already and join this wonderful family. We don't really have a name for us, I guess lamos or whatever, because too lame to be cool. I don't fucking know. But I decided, my cats are in the background, I decided that since Pride Month is almost up, that I would put this video out there in case anyone happens to come across it, so that they know that it's okay to be yourself and that you should be yourself, because that's you. That's awesome. Like, be yourself. I'm all for that. Do it. Because no one else can be you, right? So I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to share my coming out story and my experiences with my sexuality, which I consider myself bisexual. And I'm just gonna, I guess, tell you that story. So let's get into it. Alright, so it all started when I was really young, honestly. I didn't know there was a name for it, or like a title, if you want to call it that. Like, I didn't know that it was a thing that people did. But I was probably, honestly, in first, second grade when I started realizing that I wasn't like other girls, you know? I had a neighbor, and we'll change her name for privacy. We'll name her Jen. So Jen was like my only friend at the time, and she lived down the street from me, and we would hang out like every single day. And one day we decided to play house, and we were the mom and dad, right? Well, things started getting heated up, and like, for some reason, I don't know where she learned this from, because honestly, we were like young, but she ended up kissing me and kind of just being really touchy-feely, kind of. And it wasn't too inappropriate, like, it was inappropriate for our age, but like, I can just tell that, like, what was happening shouldn't have been happening, because one, we're young and our parents would have like been like, what the hell are you doing? But two, she was a girl, and I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is not normal. At least in my mind, my young mind, I was like, this isn't normal. I can't let anybody know that this happened. And I was really ashamed and embarrassed by it, but I kept wanting it to happen. Like, for my age, I was a weird kid. I was a little freaky, but like, oh my god, I shouldn't even put that in there. But I liked what she was doing. Like, I liked her more than a friend. Like, I kind of had a crush on her after that point, because I was like, I didn't even know that there was a thing. Like, I just wanted to keep doing things that I probably shouldn't have been doing at that age. So that lasted for a little while, but that didn't last too long, because obviously that probably only happened like 2 times, because we were so young. Like, right, when you're young, you usually want to play with your Barbies. So fast forward to that, and I met another girl, and we're gonna name her Jessica. Jessica was in my class, and we ended up hanging out, and she was tutoring me. Well, it was the first night that I was spending the night at her house. I didn't end up spending the night because I had like anxiety, but that's not important to the story. I just don't like spending the night at other people's houses. No, it's fine, but like, I'd rather be at my own house. So she just started acting a little weird, like for her age is what I mean, because we were still young, and like, she wanted to be like, kind of like exposing herself, if I mean, which was kind of weird for our age once again. But like, it was just weird, because the fact that I was like intrigued by it, but I felt ashamed, and I didn't tell anybody that I felt like I wanted this to happen. Like, I wanted to be with a girl. But the only ones I told at the time were my 2 little brothers. And of course they were just like, okay, like they didn't understand what was going on because they were younger than I was. So I was probably like 10 around this time, maybe younger. I don't remember the timeline because I was young. So that happened, and I started just realizing that I really liked girls. I liked guys too, obviously, but like when I was younger, I was really into the girls. And when I hit 16, I met this girl, and she's a good friend of mine still to this day, but we actually ended up dating, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't care, so I'll just say it. My friend Sydney, she, like at first we were in school, and we were inseparable. We hung out like every single period, and I realized that people were like saying, hey, are they like dating? They'd come up to us and be like, are you guys like dating? And we'd be like, yeah, totally, like as a joke, because we didn't care. We were like, fuck you, like who cares if we are, right? So she ended up coming to my sweet 16, right? And as ironic as it is, Kissed a Girl by Katy Perry was on in the background. And I just went up to her, and I don't know where I got this thought, but I was like, I want to kiss you. And this was my first kiss. Almost dead. Yeah, it was my first kiss. And I kissed her. And then I was like, it was like sparks flew. Like, I wasn't in love with her or anything, but I was like, whoa. And then I kept kissing her throughout the night, and like, then another friend of mine kept trying to get on her too, because she's also bi, but I was jealous. I was really jealous. I was like, no, you can't just come in when I'm trying to make a move on somebody and decide that you want to do it too. Like, I was so mad. But after that night, I realized that I liked girls, like, too. So I started getting all these thoughts in my head, like, I was like, wait a minute, like, what if I go, and like, I don't know whoever's watching this, so they're religious or not, but I believe in God, and I was raised that God doesn't allow that. And I was like, am I gonna go to hell? And I started like praying and stuff, and like feeling really guilty for it. And I remember just sitting in my bathroom, like, my parents are gonna, like, if I tell my parents, they're gonna think I'm weird. They're gonna, like, I never thought they would shun me out or anything. I never thought they were gonna kick me out or anything like that, luckily. But I felt like they were gonna be kind of like disappointed or embarrassed. And I remember I was like, I'm just gonna tell my mom how I feel, because she's obviously gonna see me and Sydney being a little more than friends, if we decide to be, because like after that night we ended, not around that time, but like shortly after, we dated for about 2.5 months. Wasn't like too serious because we were too good as friends, but she was so sweet. Like, she would make me dinner, I'd go to her house, we'd watch like cute little romantic movies. It was so sweet. And I remember we were watching like Remember Me or something. That's a good movie if you haven't seen it. It has Robert Pattinson in it, but it was a really good movie. But I ended up telling my mom, I think a day or two after my party, and she was like, I don't think that you should feel like bad about it. I think you're okay. Like, you're not gonna go to hell. Like, and she also, and which was a relief when she told me that, because I was like really concerned, like, and I was just like not knowing what to think. And my mom was saying, well, maybe it's just a phase. And she still says that. She's like, I don't think you are. I think it's just a phase. Which is annoying because, like, no. Like, no. There's no. And she sometimes will say, like, now she'll be like, you know, it's probably not the best thing to be doing, like, even though at the time, and I cried when I did tell my mom. I was like, I was scared what she was gonna say or think. And yeah, and then I don't know how my dad found out, but I'm guessing my mom told my dad, and my dad was like, that's fine if you are, I just want grandkids. And I was like, okay, well, I definitely want kids too, like, but, so that was that, and I don't really bring it up much to my parents, because I just think they just, well, why would I bring it up to my dad? One, me and my dad don't get along, and me and my mom, like, we have a close relationship, but, like, I guess there's not really a reason to bring it up, you know, like, I'm with a guy right now, and I love him to death, but even though he irritates me sometimes, but he's still my baby. But I also, like, girls are just beautiful, like, who wouldn't be attracted to a girl, at least a little bit, you know? Yeah, I guess that's my story. It's not a big ending or a big, like, I don't know, like, just a big story, but I guess it's mine and I wanted to share it because I feel like everyone should be able to be comfortable in the skin that they have and, you know, be happy and not feel ashamed for anything. Because I know when I was younger, I used to feel very, very bad. And now, I don't feel bad. Like, I don't have a reason to feel bad. And you shouldn't either. So, if you feel that way, better stop feeling that way. Because you're beautiful inside and out. So, I hope you enjoyed this video and you stayed. Also, share with your friends if you want them to enjoy the videos with you. And subscribe below and comment on any future videos you'd like to see. Also, give this video a thumbs up so that we can get noticed more on YouTube because we kind of need it. Yeah. So I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are. Bye!